We're recording. I'm back, and I got a ring light. Someone commented and said that they wanted to see a New Year's resolution video. And I know it's February, but we're still gonna do it. And then kind of while I'm doing that, just kind of chat with you guys about what my resolutions are, if I have any at all. When I'm doing my makeup, I'm usually late and also usually in the car. This is by no means technical. In case you were curious, this is what I do in the mornings to get ready. As you guys know, I really get to practice my makeup when I'm doing princessing because I get to go crazy, I get to do everything, anything. It's almost like drag makeup. It's so intense, which is super fun. And actually, I was thinking about doing a video with my manager and fellow princess and very good friend, Anna Bags. Also give this a like if you enjoy this at all. Let's get into it. I start out with moisturizer. I didn't bring my moisturizer up here with me. It's not here at my desk, but I use, oh gosh, what is it called? I use a moisturizer with no fragrance, no parabens. I break out really easily. Also, just so you guys know, please forgive this cold sore. Currently, my car is having issues, and I was having to drive my parents' minivan. Anyway, I was stressed about my car, and so I broke out in a cold sore because I don't deal with stress very well. Yeah. So my best friend's mom recently gave me this for, okay, get ready because every piece of my makeup has a backstory. But my best friend's mom gave me this for my birthday, and she got me this freshly squeezed pH lip balm. And I love the pH lip balms. They really give you that pigment that you're looking for. My lips are dry. I look dead. I look like a zombie. So I like to use this every day, just so I can stand to look at myself. And it feels kind of like a lip oil. It's not waxy at all. It's very thin. I love this stuff. Improved. I mean, I can't live without it now. After I moisturize, after I prep, I usually go straight into a BB cream. It's not really a foundation. It's almost like a tinted moisturizer. It's got SPF, and I'm using the shade 20 because I'm really pale right now. And it's Neutrogena Healthy Skin. And I just kind of pump that in 3 places on my skin. Like I said, I'm usually doing this in the car, so I usually blend it out with my fingertips. I know you beauty gurus are judging me right now. It's super light. I love this stuff. It smells really good. A lot of the times I don't have time for this step, so I even just skip straight to concealer. And I feel like it just kind of evens things out and gives you that, like an airbrushed look. Super fresh looking, doesn't look cakey at all, which I hate. Be sure to blend it into your jawline, into your neck. After we do our BB cream, I go straight into concealer. Tried and true CoverGirl concealer. It's a stick. It's a creamy kind of stick, and it's what my mom used, and so it's kind of what I've been using. I actually have 2 shades that I will go between and I'll mix because in the summer months I get really tan, and so I have this medium shade. I had an eyeshadow spill in here and it's dusty looking. We'll go in under the eyes first. I'll put some in the corner of the eye. I don't want it to look like reverse raccoon eyes, so I'll just kind of do a line under each eye. Any blemishes by the nose, get some of these other blemishes. And then what I do is I use my finger and I blend it out. I should use a beauty blender, but honestly, ain't nobody got time for that. So we get that kind of flawless finish. And doing this while you're driving is super dangerous. Don't do your makeup while you're driving. I commute to school, and I know my route to school has a bunch of stoplights toward the end as I get closer to the parking garage that I park at. And so at every stoplight, I'll do a step. So that's how I measure it. If someone asks me how much time it takes to get ready, I'm like, 5 stoplights. And I've gotten looks before, actually frequently, I've gotten looks from people sitting in their car next to me, and I'm over here like, and I'll get a look like, what are you doing? I definitely don't do this when I'm going 80 down the highway. I do have some self-control, okay? And I just kind of want to give my skin like a healthy glow. I really don't like matte products. I get it for people who have oily skin, they wouldn't necessarily want a dewy finish. But for me, I have really, like I said, I have really dry skin, especially in the winter. And so I need all the dew on the planet. So recently I've added a step into my technique, and it is powder. So I use this loose face powder, Airspun, and it's in the shade 7041. It's translucent, extra coverage, and it's amazing. It's a classic. You know, my mom used it. Everyone should use it. And so what I do is I kind of, if you're going to use it, be prepared to have powder everywhere. So I kind of tap the tin, ASMR. Open it over the carpet, of course. And then you get all this powder, which is great. That's also great if you're doing baking, to take it and shake it back and forth with the lid on and then tip it up. But what I like to do is I go in with this flat powder brush. It's not fancy, but what I'll do is I'll get a little bit of that. I'll load the brush up, tap out the excess, which there is a lot of. It's like smoky now. And then what I'll do is I'll go into places that get fine lines. So I'll go kind of in swirling circular motions to get rid of that creasing and to kind of set the concealer. I get smile lines because I'm such a happy and jovial person. And I'll kind of do that same circular motion. Do some on my chin. I'll do a little in the center of my forehead, but just kind of sweep, 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 sweep. You still have the dewy look, but you don't get those lines. So next, I like to do a little bit of contour. And I was scared of contour, and you shouldn't be scared of contour because contour is your friend. You just have to make sure, A, it's the right shade, and B, it's the right formula. I got some really, really good quality brushes when I did that, but none of them were the same brand or looked the same, so my makeup kit looks a mess. But I've got this brush, it's by Firma, and it's 103. It's this kind of like slanted, flat brush. It's perfect. It was made to contour. So also in my Ipsy bag, I got this Tarte bronzer. It's kind of a highlighting bronzer, which I don't mind because like I mentioned, I need all the dew, all the glow. And it's an Amazonian clay. It's a waterproof bronzer, and it's in Park Avenue Princess. It's a great color, great for me. I was worried it would be too light, but now that I'm super pale, it's fine. So I load up the brush, and then kind of like with all of my powdery products, I tap it out just to make sure we don't have any of that fallout. Also, if you guys want to recommend a cream bronzer that you use that isn't crazy expensive, please comment down below what cream bronzer you use because I'm looking for a good one. I'd like to use a cream bronzer. I feel like it would blend a little better, and I kind of blend in circular motions up into the cheek to create that shadow. Nothing is more obvious than a bad bronzer, like either the wrong color for you or too much. And it's kind of hard to tell when you're doing too much, and I've got that too much gene. But bronzer is nothing to be afraid of. You just need to be careful that it's the right color for you. I don't want to look like my face is the only thing that got a spray tan. I recently, this summer, got my very first spray tan. And I loved it. My friend Nadia, my bestie, Nadia, she was telling me about the horrors of skin cancer and how the sun is evil and run away from the sun. Also, I've been kind of contouring the nose a little bit. That's another reason I would like a cream bronzer, is to do a more defined nose contour. Because with powder, it's kind of difficult to get it precise. Usually do just a little bit on either side, buff it out. I'll do some on the bottom too. I don't want to go overboard, so. So then I just recently watched a tutorial, I forget who it was by, and she mentioned that when she's done with all of her bronzing and contouring, that she sets everything again with the translucent powder. So I'm going to give that a shot just to kind of blend everything. I'm going to dip back into this translucent powder and just to kind of, you know, meld everything together, get it all set, very lightly go over everything I just everything I just did. Now that that's all set, we're ready for some blush. I love blush. I have like 14,000 different blushes. If I had to have one makeup product, I think it would be blush, because, or maybe mascara, but when I put on my blush, I think of Queen Elizabeth I doing her makeup, and she was using, I think she was using lead based makeup, which is poisonous, and then gave her huge craters on her face. But anyway, I think of that because she used a lot of bright red blush right here and down this way to give her a very bright, very youthful look. So what I like to use for my blush, I have a couple of different ones, so I'll show you the ones I like to pile on. My mom gave me this amazing little blush stick. It's by Sephora. It's kawaii. It's so cute. It's in the shade number 3, Miss Spicy. And I love how pigmented it is. I'm never going to run out because it's so pigmented. I'm sorry, everything's such a mess. Because I throw it all in my car, it gets all powdery. But I have this Ulta blush called Paradise Found, and it's got this sparkly shimmer. It's a nice rosy beige. I love sparkles. I got this blush by, I think it's pronounced the Seat London brand, and it is in Pinch Me, and it is the cutest thing I've ever seen. Look at this. It's like a candy. I don't know if you guys can see, it has gold flecks in it, and it's this really bright pink. It's super cute. However, it's not very pigmented, so when I put it on, I don't notice a lot. So I'll put it on kind of as a, I just discovered this term today, as a blush topper. So I have this awesome brush. I don't know if it's for blush. It's by Farrah, and it's pink, which I love, and it's also tapered, which is great. And it's this big, fluffy brush. I use it for blush. It's the 50F. I don't know if it's for blush, but that's what I use it for. Because I kind of like to put my blush all over the place. Like 3 dots. In all the tutorials I'm watching, I've seen beauty gurus doing blush like right here, and that's it. And I'm sorry, I love blush too much. I want it everywhere, and I want to look like I just ran a marathon. That's what Preston always says. When I told him that blush was my favorite beauty product, he was like, why do you want to look like you've been exercising? And first of all, of course I want to look like I've been exercising. And also, it just makes you look dewy and happy. And when I was in grade school and I wasn't allowed to wear makeup, I would pinch my cheeks in the bathroom, because that's what I read about in these historical fiction romances that I was obsessed with, about these women pinching their cheeks before they went and saw their beau. Anyway, in case you didn't think I was weird, now you know. So it's super beautiful, this color. I'll tap it into my contour as well, just to kind of blend it out. Up close, it's really soft and subtle. So I think that's probably enough. I'll tap into the Paradise Found just a little bit, set it. So, and I do kind of like to blend, especially this one because it's kind of a brownie pink. I'll blend it upward into my contour. I'll put a little bit on the nose. So then highlighter, which is always a blast. I have this, again, it's by Ofra. It's called Star Island. I have lost the top for it. So this is what we've got. It is an amazing, amazing highlighter. And so what I'll do is, I know, I'm sorry, I go in with my fingers, brow bone, kind of blend it out. I don't want to stripe. I'll do the inner corner of the eye, and my little cousin Gianna, always does this big pop of highlighter right in the inner corner. And I recently saw her on vacation, and I was like, okay, stealing that. Gianna, if you're watching this, you're iconic. I like to do the Cupid's bow, a little bit on the nose, and then I, bam, hit that cheekbone, kind of blend it into the brow, blend it up here, give it a little bit on the apples of the cheeks, so you get this really, really bright, really shimmery look. This highlighter is amazing. And then I look like I got smacked in the face with highlighter. We're nearing the end of this look, so then what I like to do is mascara. I don't normally do eyeshadow, but if I'm feeling like I need a little oomph to my look, I will go into this bronzer that I just used with the same bronzing brush, and I'll just kind of sweep it across the lid, kind of blend it out upward. Heck, blend it into your contour, and then I'll just kind of with a light touch. If I feel like I'm missing something, that's what I'll do. Get a little under the eye too. We're all about economy on this channel. We're using our fingers. We're using everything. If you Google best drugstore mascara, this is gonna pop up. We've got the Voluminous Lash Paradise. It's by L'Oreal. It's this rose gold mascara. So before I put on my mascara, I like to curl my lashes. I was obsessive about curling my lashes kind of in high school, but then I kind of stopped curling my lashes and started just applying the mascara straight on. Because I was doing princessing and I was having to curl to press the lashes and my lashes together. So I don't know, I'm back at it for now, we'll see. So I just kind of try to fit all my lashes in there. I don't pinch it on the lash line, I get a little bit away from the lash line. And then I saw Hilary Duff, her hack was to do this and then to lift. And I know if any men are watching this, they're probably terrified. It does look like a medieval torture device. And it probably could be a medieval torture device. When I was doing this in high school, I would clamp down with 2 hands. Like, I'm surprised I had any lashes at all. So I'm going to layer on the mascara. So I like to start with the inner corner, and of course I get it everywhere. I get little flecks of mascara all over my eye. I don't know why. I just realized I forgot about brows. That's fun. We'll get it. We'll get there. I mean, this is accurate to how my makeup routine usually is. So then I'll go in with that same brush I used to do the translucent powder, and I'll go under the eyes and get rid of any excess bronzer. There we go. So what we're left with is a very bright, very awake looking eye look. It's really simple. It took me 2 seconds. It's not by any means expert or difficult. So if you're looking for something to do before you leave the house, you don't want to look like you are wearing a ton of makeup, then this is your go-to look. I usually finish it out with some lipstick. Today I am gonna put on this kind of brownie lipstick that I love. It's CoverGirl, I think. Nope, it's Clinique, and it is called A Different Kind of Grape, and it is this really beautiful brown color. Maybe if you want to zhuzh up your daytime look, you can just add a darker lip, and you're instantly like 10 times fancier. Also, if you're feeling a little down or the weather's gloomy, there you go. So it kind of dresses up the daytime look, gives you a little moodiness. It's perfect for winter. I forgot brows. Let me do brows. If you have to go somewhere and you're in your work clothes and you had a long day, some bright colored lipstick, a darker lipstick will make you feel like freshened up. It will make you feel like you've added something more sophisticated to the look. I just feel super confident when I'm wearing a red lip. So if it's like I'm feeling sad, if it's gloomy weather, I'll just slap on a red lipstick and I feel great. So for brows, I like to use the Benefit Gimme Brow. I have the little sample size from Ipsy. This is in the shade, I think it's in the shade 3. It's a brow voluminizing fiber gel. I have black eyebrows and dark hair, so I don't really do a lot with my eyebrows because whenever I do, I feel kind of like I'm wearing too much, like it's too much. But what I'll do with this is I'll brush it up. It just tints it like the tiniest bit. It's not a lot. It's not overwhelming. You don't look crazy. So my camera shut off, which is fun. But what I was saying is for the Gimme Brow, it's a little light for me anyway, which is fine, and I prefer it that way because I don't want a Crayola brow. I like the trend of the bushy brow. I like the trend of the all natural eyebrow because we all kind of went through that phase, I don't know, like 5 years ago, where everyone was doing like, it was terrible. It was a dark period of time. So now I'm glad we're kind of in the like, just brush it really fast, a little bit of brow tint. You're doing great, sweetie, you know, that type of thing. So this is a really good everyday makeup look. Slap some bright colored lipstick on and you're feeling good. You've turned it into a nighttime look. Side note, I got this headband on Shein.com or Shein.com. Am I recording? Hey guys, I'm back. So my SD card got full. That was my cat, in case anyone's thinking our house is haunted. Anyway, I mean, I couldn't have a fluffy brow even if I wanted to. My eyebrows have always been skinny and very pointy, and I can move them with ease, which is hidden talent. This is the finished look. I'm looking for a really good setting spray. I would set with this with the setting spray, but I don't have one right now. So if you have any recommendations, and then to kind of finish up, I'd like to touch on my New Year's resolutions, whatever goals, because even though it's February and I was supposed to be talking about it while I was doing the video and I forgot. So here we are. I don't know if I really believe in making resolutions, because it's kind of one of those things that everyone just does so that they can say they did it and then stop doing whatever they resolved to do about a month in. I mean, you know, that's what everyone does. So I don't have any resolutions about working out. My goal is to work out 3 times a week, but that's been my goal for a while now, and at least once a week is what I've been nailing, but I'm working on it. So I'm also trying to spend more time meditating and praying, which is something I guess probably a lot of Christians don't do. Like, I read my Bible at night, but just spending that one-on-one time really in silence with your phone shut off, it's really hard to do that. Like, I was trying to do it today and I didn't even do it. Now I'm filming a YouTube video, so I'm procrastinating. And then also I did, the first week of January, I did no social media, which was wonderful. It was great. I didn't know it would be so great. In fact, the first day I had a lot of anxiety about, like, I'm missing out on something. But then over time, about the second day, I started to feel relieved, and I read like 3 books during that time. That's one of my goals for 2020, is to make sure I'm not spending an excessive amount of time on social media every day, because it can take over your life. And I noticed before I stopped that I was checking Instagram, checking social media every time I had a free moment. Every time I picked up my phone and it was just muscle memory. I just pulled it up without even thinking about it. So I think I'm gonna probably be taking those breaks more often. I also got an app limiter, which you set it, you know, it's self-explanatory. You set a timer and it pops up. You have, you know, spent an hour on Instagram today. And so my time limit's 30 minutes because I don't want to be spending more than that on Instagram. I really don't need to be at all. So those are kind of my goals and my aspirations. I would love to hear what your goals and aspirations are if you want to comment them below. I know I've asked you to comment like 13,000 things below, but hey, why not add another thing to it? Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. I didn't expect anyone to want to watch these. And even I think if nobody watches them, I have fun making them. I have a lot of fun making them. Please like and subscribe if you wanna see what other crazy things I've got planned for this channel. And have a wonderful day.